Hey everyone, today I want to show you how to create a mock-up for a vinyl print, a monogram done in a vinyl print. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's go over to the library first, and then I'm going to go here and I'm going to, whoops, where I was. I'm going to look for a print that I have emailed to myself and downloaded into my library. Did you know you can do that? You can bring any print, any picture that you want to recreate into your library just by emailing it to yourself and downloading. I'll show you that later. Um, let's go with, I was looking for let's go with this jeweled tile. So I'm going to click on that, and there it is. It is into my library. And I'm going to make it 12 by 12 because my prints are actually 12 by 12 in the store. It's pretty close to 12 by 12. The reasons that people do mock-ups is because if you are selling vinyl products, you would want your client to be able to see what the finished outcome is going to look like before you make it. So I'm working on a class, a decal class, and I thought I'll just do both at one time. Show you how to do the mock-up, and then I'll have my samples ready for my class. Okay, so I want to use this print and I want to create a round monogram. My round monograms are in my library, so I'm going to go back to the library. They are not in the font area that normally they are. I'm just going to type in round monogram. And I got these monograms from the Silhouette store. And I'm going to use, let's just do ABC. All right, we can't see that because it loaded right onto the page, so let's find it and try to move it out. There it is. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do ABC. B will be in the middle, so let's ungroup all of this. And then ungroup again. And take the A for the left. Whoops. Just want an A. There. All right, and then we're going to do the large B in the middle and group that one. And then we need the C for the end. Ungroup. Ungroup again. And pull the C down. Okay, now let's just get rid of all this because it's in the way. Just mark it, select it, and delete it. All right, so now I don't want the A bigger than the B and the C. I actually want the B to be just as tall, or maybe even a little bit taller. So the height of this is 3.845 right now. And that's not my finished height. I'm just working on getting the 3 monograms at a good size before I group them, and then we can make them whatever size I want. So let's take this B and let's make it, let's do 3.84. Let's just do 4 inches on both. So I want to make sure that I have this key locked. You make locks and unlocks just by clicking on it. And I'm going to go to the height. Why do I want this locked? I want that locked because if it's locked and I change the height, the width will change in the correct proportion. If I have it unlocked and I just change the height, I'm going to have a really funny looking letter that is 4 inches tall, and this would stay the same to 1.2. So I want to have that locked so that the proportions of this stay the same. So we're going to click on this. I'm going to go to height. I got it locked, and we're going to type in 4.0 and enter. All right, then I'm going to make them all 4.0. Have to do it one at a time because they are not grouped. 4.0. And then also my C. Okay, let's see how these look. Like I said before, I believe that the B needs to be a little bit larger because in our monogram it's going to stand out more. So I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. See how that looks. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to take all of them, go over to my color fill panel, fill, and I'm going to fill it with a color that I can see pretty well. How about this gray? Okay, my outline, my monogram is going to end up being the color of my print, but for right now, that's what it looks like. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the align panel, or this is called the transform panel, but it has the aligning tools in here. So I want to space it correctly horizontal. All three letters are selected, so I'm going to click on horizontal, and it spaced it for me. And then I'm going to click on center. Oh, that didn't work. Click on undo. I'd have to go through this a lot. Center. Okay, so I moved it over to the center of my page. And now I want to see vertically. Yes, vertically centered. Okay, which it was pretty much already done, so I didn't need to move. All right, now that I have that done, I want to right click and click on group. You can also click on command and a G or control plus G. All right, so now is the time where the print comes in to play. You may want to be very particular what section of this print that you want to show up inside your letters. I think this one is so colorful that it's not really going to matter a whole lot, but I do want to make it larger. Since it's grouped now, it's becoming larger in proportion. Okay, how big is this? I have it 6.5 inches by 7. That's probably a good size for the back window of a car if you're going to put it in the center. If you were going to put it in a smaller area, then you probably would want to go with like maybe 4 inches. Okay, so now I have that chosen, and I want to make this filled with the pattern that's behind it. I didn't have to do this time, but if for some reason this had disappeared when I moved it over, that just means that I need to go here and click on bring to the front, and it would have brought it up. Okay? All right, so I'm going to choose this, and I'm going to choose, with my shift key held down, I'm going to choose my monogram and my print. They're both chosen. And then I'm going to go over to this, which is the modify panel, and I'm going to click on crop. There you go. So now I can see what my print looks like inside of my monogram. Really, really turned out cute. So now we're going to go up here to save it. Click on File, go on Save As, save it to my library as the Jewel, I'm going to call it Jewel ABC. And say OK.